Why do we think it's so common for women to be pitted against each other, both in society, by society, and on social media, for example? Why is that the case? Because I don't believe that I don't ever feel like I'm pitted against other males. You know, I don't feel that way. But I think that's probably is the case for women. Why do we think that is?
Some women. No, women can be the worst at pitting ourselves against other women. I think that it's not true with men, because with men, there's more privilege and there's more opportunity. With women, oftentimes you're the only woman. And if there are other women, maybe the only dark-skinned woman, or maybe the only Asian woman, or maybe the only tall woman, or maybe the only thin woman, or maybe the only full-figured woman. And so as women, oftentimes you're so used to being the only one at the table that you fought so hard to get here that you're scared to open up space to other women. And I think that that's like bred so deeply in like the culture and society. And then you've got like this newer age, maybe, group of women. I don't want to say newer age, but now we're seeing women who come in and say, before I take a seat at the table, before I even sit down, I'm going to pull out a chair for her and for her and for her. And so I think there's a shift, but I mean, you don't see memes, or rather you don't see images on Instagram or on social media that say who wore it better and it's men. Like you see women together, and women are oftentimes like, you see a group of women and they're like, which one is prettier? Which one do you want to be? Versus just like looking out at a beautiful group of women and not comparing.
Right.
So I think that the reason that the culture is different, one, there's privilege that men have that women don't have. And then two, I think it's also like a confidence, or it's, the world teaches women to look a certain way, be a certain way, and sound a certain way. And so when you see somebody who looks the way that you want to look or sound how you want to sound, the natural thing to do is to compare it and then to put her down so that you can put yourself up.
Yeah. I also think, people have a scarcity mindset.
Right.
That, well, there's only this. So if I don't get that, then I'll never get it at all. Or, if I don't put her down and highlight myself, then it won't happen for me. Instead of realizing what's for me will never, ever miss me.
Right.
Yeah. So, girl, you better go out there and kill it. Let's all get on that page, right? And because it doesn't, with her winning, doesn't take anything away from me.
There's enough to go around.
There's so much.
Correct.
Because the opportunities that are for me aren't going to miss me. And I think women, for whatever reason, maybe a lot of the points that you made, some of them it's hard for them to see that. But I also think it comes with age, experience, confidence, owning your own space, seeing other women supporting each other, like feeling like, wait, I don't have to feel like I'm in competition.
And checking yourself, like your own biases when they pop up. It's society. It's what we're born into a little bit. So it's up to us to forge that path, or make sure, am I pulling that seat at the table as well? And what you said about scarcity mindset is so real. And all I could think is like, if I had this delicious chocolate cake in front of me, but none of you were in the room with me, I would enjoy it. But I would enjoy it so much more if it was like we're all together. We're enjoying it. We're in the moment together. Isn't that like, that is the
And then
joy
somebody
of life.
reminds you to put a scoop of ice cream because it'll make it
Girls, what